in the last 2 games have been absolutely magical. So we'll see if he can make those magical plays happen again here with a composition that's built to counter the assassins. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 3. Cambodia with a chance to equalize, starting with their first game. Or will it be Philippines who just takes a clean sweep?
What? 3 in the mid lane coming in from Bren super early on? That's interesting. They want to make sure that Few is able to hit level 2 super quick, but they don't want to risk actually proxying the wave. What an interesting way to play level 1.
It's very, very interesting, right? I mean, again, the killing pressure is definitely what you want to try to utilize here as the Julian. Ogun already opening it up right now. Who gets it? It's actually Kyle Teasy, I believe, who takes it there. Or one of the Filipino members was able to actually take it. It should just be Kyle Teasy who took it with the retribution earlier. Now enhanced chain as well. CCAT already chunked really low. And that level 2, quick level 2 really has there's a lot of benefits to it as a Julian. Maybe if you're on a Eve, you don't want to do this, but on a Julian, getting level 3, you have all your abilities up, right? So again, that power spike comes in super early, and that's what they were doing so that he can actually have more pressure in lane.
Yep, clear up these waves immediately. You're looking for Estes. He is free food for you. If you get his flicker out, you know he's not gonna. If he recalls early, he's not gonna hit level 4 in time for the neutral objective. And I think that's what the Philippines are looking for, but there's so much denial of information, right? Cambodia also recognized that this could be a weak point, so they're purposefully not showing D7's face anytime soon, but they will meet in the mid lane right now.
Again, you can already see the pressure placed on by Few. Already a lot of damage right now. Chama has joined in the fray, and the final slash brings them back. Ogwen and Few both the flicker. Few, though, running to the wrong side of the map. This may just be a kill over to Cambodia. Few still able to use the enhanced sword. Will it be? Nope, it's not going to be an execute. It will be first blood, but luckily for Few, it is only on to D7, the Estes.
Yeah, but that does mean that D7, he didn't use his flicker at all. And I like the call coming in to Philippines. It's like, guys, we botched it. We're not going to do it. We're not going to touch this neutral objective. Just posture for it. I'm a steal their camps. The longer they waste just dancing around the turtle, the better it is for us, guys. Let's just chill.
They put a lot of pressure, though, down below as well. Not just with the invade here, but unfortunately for Team Philippines, it was a very good clear from Fury. Well played there. Just clears it out, never letting the wave build up. And Super Chaman notices that as well. Notices that the Hayabusa is not here. He needs to try to go for some steals by himself as well. And here, he will be able to claim the Lethal Wanderer as well. But Kyle Teasy has a level lead now, jumping in onto D7 with the Shadow Kill as well. Good flicker out, but Kyle falls through with the Quad Shadow, now caught, and it's almost going to be a kill over. CCAT finds it. Kyle Teasy is down. Few forced to use the enhanced sword, and Cambodia right now have Philippines' number.
Dang, call the man CCAT, change his name to C-Bat because that was sexy, man. Whoo! He made sure that it covered the entire stretch. He made sure that it was angled in a way predicting the movements of Kyle Teasy and making sure that he gets burnt down. Oh, Super Marco. Oh!
Oh, speaking of CCAT, right there, the Divine Judgment is actually going to be able to give Super Chama the range to actually use that retribution to take him down. And now the carry's going to have a lot to say in that shield turret down below. Few just trying to stop Chama from the rotations. But Cambodia are doing really, really good in the early game, just like game number 2.
Yeah, hopefully we do see that Cambodia is able to maintain this lead, and I think that's been quite the struggle considering the crazy plays that the Philippines have been pulling off so far. Like, they are willing to go 2v3 if they get a pick and escape if it means victory in this game.
Absolutely, man. You know, the early game says a lot. Like we mentioned, it is going to be building up. Oh, final slash there, dodged away from by Flap Teasy. A little bit of a skill use there, mistap. Ogwen looking for that pickoff as well. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have the Divine Judgment. It's just up now. A little bit of a bad timing there, but it's all good. Philippines can just rotate over again to the turtle, this time with a man advantage, knowing that Eve is down below. They capitalize instantly, just jumping in, collapsing onto Super Chama, but he's super tanky here on the Barats. Has used the Death Touch Welcome right now as the split comes down, forcing the Shadow Kill to come through right now. It should just be Kyle Teasy who takes away the neutral objective, but will fall for the second time in this game as the Hayabusa.
Oh, that's so unlucky here. They know for a fact that Glue can pull you out of the way, but without your marksman nearby to actually help you chunk down the Lord, the timing is just so off. The health of the turtle staying so healthy for so long, out of retribution range. And Super Chima, I feel like he got cheated out of that neutral.
Definitely, man. That Super Chama was brought out. Oh, phew, just barely getting off, flickering as well. Wow, good read there. Seacat with a flicker burn. So 1 for 1 in terms of flickers. More pressure for Seacat to play with because obviously Few is forced to recall. Just a good read overall though. Right now, what's strange is Philippines still has the lead when it comes to the gold department. I don't understand. It should just be because obviously of the turret up top, but mainly how they're farming, how they're last hitting, right?
Well, let's keep in mind that every time a neutral objective actually happens, we see that Kyle TZ actually goes for a slight invade, sees what camps that he wants to take, knowing that it's going to be difficult to fight for it, so you might as well get some gold on the side. Skim off the top a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's doing really well right now for Team Philippines, right? Looking at the scoreboard, 4-0, especially with that turtle take as well that Cambodia were able to get early on. I expected the goal lead to be purely on Cambodia's side. So Philippines have been able to manage their losses really, really well right now. And we're going to see them, again, try to look for siege down below. That should be successful here with the Bennett and the cannon minion. Ogwen doing a good job at zoning them away right now and is looking for more. Grouping up, Super Chama reads something isn't right here. Just walks around. So take a look at the items.
Nothing too crazy so far. We do see the Genius Wand already completed from Few, and it looks like he's going to eventually go into the Feather of Heaven to get a little bit of attack speed when he is completely out of cooldowns but has empowered autos. Let's see whether the same situation happens again, right? Like, keep your eyes on Flaps Easy. If he gets on top of Chima, then you know he's going to pull him out.
Good cancel on Death is welcome though. ATM baited in. Ogwen able to flicker out right now. Flap TZ is mounting D7, bringing him back to the team. The real world manipulation is still able to zone the other members away, and a Super Chama with the retribution. Kyle TZ can be caught. There's a Divine Judgment comes through. ATM with a flicker down, and the Vengeance as well. But the Shadow Kill comes in clutch to take the kill back. It's a 1 for 1. ATM for Flap, but Cambodia were able to secure the neutral objective.
Man, that's such a scam there. It looked like his that vengeance should have worked. Oh, Kyle's dead here, right? Nope, he's still alive! Even though he doesn't get his purple buff, he can technically stick around if he wants to, but Cambodia are not gonna let him.
Again, good oppression here. Good capitalization as well. The neutral objective and the kill take there. Cambodia are able to get another turret so that the gold lead will maybe start to grow, because somehow Philippines are still holding on to that gold lead. Finally, it goes over to Cambodia, but it's only like 100 gold lead at this point, and it's still even, which is absolutely crazy considering how many structures that Cambodia have gone in the mid lane and even the neutral objective.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Cambodia, in terms of the way that they're managing their resources, like, they have to stick as 5. They can't just go by themselves into the side lane, and we know that, we know for a fact that D7 has a really vital job. He can't be the one going into the side, so ATM has to do it, but even ATM recognizes that he needs to push people back into the C-Cat ult, and they all have to be together to make this machine work.
Okay, real world inflation coming down, but Bennett's rage as well. Ogwen able to find a Divine Judgment onto ATM to stop the CC from happening. You think that maybe you want to use the Divine Judgment on the Yi, but in that particular position, it would have been really good to go for the Arlet. Now even a dodge away where they have sword over to Death is welcome as Flap TZ mounts Super Chama. They're able to take him out, and Super Marco picks it up, gonna be able to take another turret as well. Meanwhile though, Cambodia do not stand idly by. They also get a turret down below.
Yep, and this is what I'm talking about. The Philippines are spreading out their are trying to spread out their resources and are extremely efficient. But at least Cambodia have started to pick up on this, right? They're splitting themselves up, and obviously it's not ideal that they lose members, but at least they get structures on the opposite side of the map.
Okay, FlapTZ once again in the front right there, popping a split, buying a lot of time. No Super Chuma. This is a very risky attempt to steal. And Philippines read that out, just instantly bursts out the Lord, backs away. No team fight, no overcommitment here. And Philippines, 2,000 gold ahead now, despite only having 4 kills in this game, losing the kill department.
Yeah, and Kyle right now, he's kind of huge. He's been maintaining this level lead over Chima the entire game. The early game, they were dead even, and we saw that Super Chima was able to get at least 1 level, and then he dies, and from then on, he's just been struggling. FlapTZ, he's too far ahead at this stage of the game. These neutral objectives are very difficult for Super Chima to actually walk up to, considering that FlapTZ keeps splitting.
Again, it's going to be the isolation here. D7 brought to the bed, its rage, forced to use the Blessing of the Moon Goddess. Now it's still FlapTZ onto him. ATM is waiting for the chance to go for the final slash right now, but FlapTZ is able to flicker out to safety. This fadeaway comes through. Flap will fall to the basic attacks of Fury. No trade backs just for now, but the turrets will certainly fall in the mid lane and even in the top lane. With the Lord coming down, they're going to have to try to micromanage it, and this will definitely be Philippines who takes all the tier 2.
And this is perfect for them. This is perfect. At least they've kind of set themselves apart from the Cambodians, and now they've created an entire area. Walk out of your base, this is a kill zone. And now for people, and especially for FlapTZ, he can now start going for flank plays. Ogwin can start going for ambush plays in the bushes. I thought for a second that Super Marco flickered there, but he was just switching weapon, thank God.
Yeah.
FlapTZ finishing up his build, and now that the neutral objective is still on cooldown, right? 76 more seconds, this is where the Philippines is going to starve out Cambodia.
It's a signature, right? The strategy we've seen so many times when you're ahead, when you have a gold lead, when you have the map pressure, you just want to try to suffocate your opponents as much as possible. And yeah, that's what Philippines are doing right now. They're just waiting on the next neutral objective because there's no real reason to force anything right now. They just need to play very patiently. They've already taken all the tier 2s. They're just waiting to crack that base open. Maybe if they get a good pick, if they get a good read, and if they're able to bait a few of the members from Cambodia to walk out of the base, then it will be pretty good for the Philippines to look for that pick off. But other than that, I don't think they should do anything. They should just focus on, again, freezing up these waves. But not even, man. They just want to keep on pushing it in, actually. Philippines shoving in that top lane turret, the mid lane, and even the bottom lane here. So, what's the deal?
I guess they see them in the mid lane, right? They see them in the mid lane, they want them to move this 5 and see if they can get an isolated target, because technically the Lord is about to spawn. So keep in mind that the Cambodians are probably thinking, okay, we need to get some vision over it. We need to kind of know what's the situation. We still have our magic sentries up, but we're not going to use it until the very last second, because again, the Philippines, they're not going to be able to chunk this down very, very quickly unless they have all 5 of their members.
Good slow push built up in the top lane there. It is going to be crashing down with the next wave coming in, and that should actually force one member to go over, and it is forcing ATM. A good pull as well from the rest of the team Philippines here on the Lord. ATM versus Few. Few's actually winning in this 1v1, and this is what the Julian actually gives to your team, right? A whole lot of that pressure when it comes to the duels. FlapTZ down below now. Oh, Gwen with the Divine Judgment onto the carry. Fury gonna be pulled back, but he's still able to escape right now with the Blessing of the Moon Goddess. As the Shadow Kill comes through, it should be able to take him down with the Mount as well. Super Chama follows him to the grave. Kyle TZ has a double kill here. Oh, Few is able to escape, and he flickers forward to find ATM. Philippines able to out macro Cambodia, and they're able to find 3 pickoffs just with different angles.
Honestly, that split screen, I was about to point out that Ogwen was in position in the lane brush to make this happen, and now they're pressing the advantage to try and crack open these inhibitors. They're gonna back off because there's no more minions just yet until Lore comes on through, but this is a beautiful position to be in for the Philippines, right? Now the high ground defense might get a little difficult, right? They've got enough wave clear, and with this Lord, it technically should be enough.
Oh man, you can see the respect given. Flicker out. They used the real world manipulation to try to go for Super Marco, and now with no high ground control, technically that RWM was used up. This will give Philippines a chance to actually try to look for some more, but Calteezy is definitely not in position. Mid lane wave already been shoved down as well. Flap, wow, he wants to go for it. They want to go for it. They get brought back to the team at the final slash. The Divine Judgment finds Super Chama. Flapteezy able to escape with a split. How do they get out of that one?
Look, I have no real answer for you. I'm just as surprised as you
God.
are. They both go in there. They both so deep, and then the counter engage from ATM with the final slash to push them underneath Crystal. You can see how stunned he is. He's just standing there like, guys, how? We have Fury. He does true damage. Let's pull up the items and let's see what he has right now. I mean, he's one item off full build, but he's caught the important trinity of items, the Corrosion Side, Golden Staff, and the DHS against super tanky members, which his passive technically counters with the true damage. So how?
Oh man, I'm trying to think of it as well, because if we take a look at the items for Flap, there's nothing really too surprising, right? It's just a very standard glue build here. Just Radiant Armor, Anti-Curse as well. Building towards, there's probably another physical defense item, or maybe an immortality, depending on what he wants to go for. But again, yeah, nothing too special there. It was just well played, I guess, from Team Philippines to be able to escape from a very, very aggressive play. But even then, it's the timing that's really impressive for Team Philippines, right? Because when they go for that crazy play, when they go for a very unnecessary team fight, it's always when it is not crucial. The timing is very good because the Lord was not up. It was still super far from being up, and there was no punish that Cambodia could possibly give over to Team Philippines, even if Flapteezy was caught.
Yeah, and they also did it when the waves were spawning. So at least they had some form of spell vamp on top of the fact that at least they stagger the waves even more. So the Philippines have gotten these motions down. It is second nature to them. Few is hiding in a really good ambush spot. The problem is on the opposite side of the map. I'm more scared of Ogwin and Super Marco just menacingly sitting in that brush. Like, the Philippines are fishing for information. The question is, will Cambodia give it to them?
I don't know if that's gonna be happening here. I don't know if they're gonna be giving it away to Team Philippines right now. You can already see again, it's just that slow push being built up. They have all the base turrets taken out, so the super minions will be coming through. They don't even need to manage it, but they decide to go for it anyways. They want to shove in that mid lane and build slow pushes in the far lane. Bot lane's gonna be held up a bit more. Super Chama is already looking for an opening here, some way to get out of this desperate situation for Cambodia, because again, they can't really send the Arlet purely into that far lane. Arlet is a mobile hero in team fights, not across the rotation of the map. Up top, all the way down below, that's a lot of time that they're going to be missing away from the Lord Pit that, if you take a look already, Ogwin has positioned very strategically to try to look for a pick-off from the flanks.
Yeah, it's, I mean, Shima is now all by himself. If they can bait at least the ultimate coming in from D7, that would be the most ideal, right? That gives them the green light to fight. That gives them all the tools that they need to actually deal damage to Cambodia without them, you know, walking around, not having to fear it. Now, on the other hand, we do see that the ambush on the bottom side of the map, nobody is walking up to it right now. And Cambodia, they're sniffing this out. They're like, something doesn't seem very right. We don't see Ogwin. We don't see where Super Marco is. And the fact that they're slowly doing this, Lord, it's... Yeah, here we go.
There it is, Ogwin now with the Divine Judgment. Bennett's Rage as well onto D7 with the Beater's Passion. D7 gonna be caught low, still even regen. Super Marco finds the kill on the Super Chama as a shadow kill takes D7 down. That's the immortality pot for D7 and Fury. Few now limited damage. He does magic, so the Wind of Nature does nothing. It's a double kill, and the immortality is the only thing that Cambodia can take from Philippines. A wipeout in the 19th minute of the game. Philippines are able to outsmart Cambodia to take a 3-0 clean sweep.
A huge flag coming in